Hi, and welcome to the first episode of the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this episode is called Connecting the Economic Collapse Dots. If we start in 2008, we had the crash. Now, I'm going to basically just read off the list and lead up to what I think where we're headed and what's going to happen. I mean, we had the 2008 crash where many people have lost their wealth, their savings, their retirements, their jobs, and we've never really recovered from that. The banks were bailed out. Of course, they were the ones that caused the entire thing, but they were bailed out with tons of money. The people, on the other hand, were left to fend for themselves. I know many people that were laid off, never got another job, making the same salary, actually making less, lost their homes, and they were never given anything. Today, if you look at the market, the Federal Reserve is buying most of the bonds today. Many people are saying that the bond market's in a bubble. To me, it looks like it's in a bubble, but we will see what happens. Unemployment, I know they have these tons of statistics showing, unemployment's coming down, but just say to yourself, let's use common sense. How many people do you know that lost their job, can't find a job, or had a job but doing something different, making a lot less? Myself, I know 4 people. I've never known that many people who've either lost their job or have a job now that they're making a lot less than they did before. So it's very hard to believe the numbers of unemployment that's coming out. It makes no sense to me. The dollar is losing value every day. We see things going up like milk, cheese, butter, coffee. On my website, I am tracking inflation on all of these products, ice cream, and when I look, every time I go shopping, I see things shrinking down, I see prices going up, and then I go onto the mainstream news media and they tell me there's nothing wrong. Inflation, there is no inflation. But everything that I buy in the market is continually going up. So to me, it makes no sense what they're saying and what I'm seeing. So for me, it's hard to believe that there's no inflation when I'm actually tracking it and I'm showing inflation on all of these items. Right now, the stock market to me is completely propped up. Every time the stock market goes down, it's pushed back up. It goes down, it's pushed back up. For instance, Bernanke just spoke these last 2 days, and the market came down before he spoke, and miraculously, the market made huge highs out of nowhere. Let me ask you a question. The news from the previous day when it went down 200 points to the next morning, what changed to make the market increase to new highs, almost new highs? It makes no sense when you use common sense. There's nothing there. Even in the news, what? All the stores are showing record profits? Actually, all the stores are being closed down. Radio Shack, JCPenney, Best Buy, they're all reducing the number of stores that they have open. Barnes & Noble, retail sales are down. Walmart came out with something that's saying that the sales are completely down from what they were in the first quarter of 2013. So where do we see everything getting better? Why are all these places reducing the number of stores? Why are sales going down? JCPenney just right now released that their business is horrific. It's just falling to pieces, and they really have no sales. And actually, personally, I don't even know how these businesses stayed open all this time. I don't know if they had huge cash reserves or I don't know what they were doing, but it's amazing to me. And gold and silver, I purchase gold and silver. I don't even understand how gold in the middle of the night goes up and then it's smacked down as soon as the markets open. It goes up in the other markets overnight, and then as soon as our market in the United States opens up, it's smacked down again. It completely makes no sense whatsoever. So if you look at everything in the economy that's going on, I mean, do you really think that this is a true capitalistic market and businesses are doing well, people are doing well? I mean, I see more people moving into rentals that own beautiful homes, and now they're renting. To me, when you just use common sense, you look around, you see everybody, and people are just struggling to make it ends meet. I mean, I know someone who's losing clients, but they're still trying to keep their lifestyle the way it was. And eventually, when the credit cards run out and you can't borrow anymore, just like the government, when they can't borrow anymore, that's when the real problems come in. And this is what I really think. I think that when the government can no longer borrow, that's when we're going to have a real problem. And that's when we're going to have some political collapse. I mean, anything can bring it on. I mean, the confidence of another country saying, wait a minute, why are we holding these dollars? The confidence of the American people saying, what's going on here? So if we're gauging when this collapse is going to happen, I've been putting together a timeline on my site, x22report.com, and you can see from everything what's leading up to the economic collapse. And it is a work in progress, and I do a lot of research on the dates and the source links, because I'm trying to make it as factual and exact as possible. And listen, hey, I make mistakes, so if I made a mistake or I left something out, let me know. But every day I work on it, and I try to bring the entire picture together to see where we are headed and why they did certain things. You have to remember that the government or the powers to be or the New World Order, or the elite, whatever you want to call them, they don't do things quickly. They take their time and they test the American people with each event. And if you look at the timeline that I put together, and actually I'm learning a lot as I do this. I mean, to me, I'm amazed. I can't even fathom. I'm looking at it going, holy crap, they are really, really maniacal when they are doing this. I mean, I can see now the picture of, let's see, like for instance, I was doing the timeline and I said, okay, let me put the blackout, the Northeast blackout. Now, that happened, I believe it was 2003, which is let me just check here, my timeline. And why did that occur? Because there was a surge? Someone tripped over a power cord? Come on. To me, they always do things years ahead of time to see if they can do it, to see how the people react, and if there's anything else that we don't know about of why they had to do this. Either did they steal money? Did they steal